Good lighting is severely underrated. Without lights, I wouldn't have decent looking videos, and while you definitely don't need to spend a lot of money to get good lighting in your own content, I have to say that this light changed my YouTube videos. Introducing the GVM SD200R. Would you like to listen to me raving about lights for a bit? Well, let's dive right in. For more content, do make sure to subscribe to this channel because we upload fairly often and focus on all sorts of tech products. So do make sure to leave us a like and comment any of your thoughts down below while you're at it. It really helps us with the algorithm. And if you want to support us further, then we've actually got a Patreon open, which offers early access to content and special insight to projects that I'm always working on in case that is something that interests you. So links to everything down below. So let's begin with an unbagging, since this comes in a carrying case with instructions of the very light itself, which we will talk about more in just a bit. We also get a cone and a diffuser that we can install right on it. And now going further, we will find a power cable with the power supply included with this entire package. Clearly everything here is ready to be taken out and traveled with, but it will be staying in my office forever since I have no intentions of traveling with it. So the exterior design consists of metal for most of the build. This is a pretty hefty unit for sure, and it comes with one of the best shock mounts built in that I have seen from any product really. It's very smooth and also constructed of metal, but the smooth part is really what catches my eye here. On the back, where all of the operations take place, you're going to find a display, DC in, a car feel-like looking connector, which is what we will actually be using for power, a power switch, a button which is a mode switcher for switching between the different settings within this light, and a knob that allows you to do some further navigating or toggling within the built-in UI. So in terms of the exterior design, I have to say that it's got a great build, it's got a great design, and for the price, it's something that I can very much appreciate. So just as I mentioned earlier, this light does come with a shock mount that is very smooth to work with. You would mount this to one of those tripods that would normally come with any softbox, but you can easily buy these too. Just kind of wish that I knew exactly what it was called, but it is a very secure mount that will stay on once you install it. I've worked with a lot of lights that I have been using up until recently that have a rather poor mounting mechanism that's kind of similar to this one but way worse, and this light does not give me the same issues that the other lights give me. There's no wobbling or anything like that. It's very good. And then once plugged in, you do get some light settings to play around with, including dealing with the color temperature. There is going to be a wide variety of change between the available levels of the color temperature. You can go from a very cool and pure white to very warm, almost very orange light. I tend to stick with this particular settings when it comes to something like the warm tone in my videos, as I'm sure that you've noticed up until this or up until now, but being able to just have that many options is really cool. It's going to be super useful. So how do I mostly use it? Well, I use it as my main light for filming the A-roll, for example. In fact, I'm using it right now and I think it's great. I tend to keep it in a warmer setting, but not the warmest, so that they can still look kind of natural enough. But one thing to note is that this is a really powerful light. So for me to get a comfortable brightness out of this, I have to keep this light at around 10% of its maximum potential. This is insane because it just goes to show how unbelievably bright it can get. But I don't really see myself going anywhere past 20% for any of the situations that I would use a light like this for anyway. The other settings are just too powerful, but I'm sure that feature would come in handy if you have to keep this light at a distance, for example. So again, the flexibility is very welcome here. So yeah, I mean, in conclusion, this light has been with me for a little while now, and I 100% intend on keeping it. It's going to come especially in handy when the review of the Wii U comes out later this month, and when that video that I promised about building the ultimate PlayStation Vita setup ends up coming out in just a few days, I want to say. It's been incredibly useful up until now, and I intend for it to continue this way. So as long as you're in the market for a light, then this one will definitely last you quite a while. So I can very easily recommend the GVM SD200R. So thank you for watching this video all the way up until the very end. It was a pretty short video, but I just wanted to take some time to talk about this light. I am going to be leaving links to the B&H store down below if you are interested in picking yourself up one of these. This is, again, a very, very powerful light. So as long as you've got the budget for it, I can strongly recommend it. Also, I'm going to be dedicating some time to thank all of the patrons over here. Thank you so much for all of your support, because it really does go a very long way. As per always, you guys have been great, and yeah, I do hope that you have been enjoying the perks that come with being a patron. And if you would like to become a patron yourself, links to that down below. It does help support the channel a bit, so I would always appreciate that. Now, do make sure to follow me on Twitch and on Instagram, where I do like to post every now and then, and I do stream on Twitch every now and then. I should have a schedule by now for streaming, so you should expect me during those days. Now, with that said, this has been Francisco from Tech Summit. Thank you for watching, and until next time, enjoy.